Hello everyone. Welcome back to the course of software engineering. This video is brought to you by Newton's group of institutions in association with Redefined Solutions. This is Arvind Egreddy from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Today in this video, we will discuss about unified process. Unified process UP is an architecture centric, use case driven, iterative and incremental development process. This unified process is also referred to as unified software development process. So the unified process is an attempt to draw on the best features and characteristics of the traditional software process models, but characterize them in a way that implement many of the best principles of Agile software development model. The unified process recognizes the importance of customer communication and streamline methods for describing the customer's view of a system. So it emphasizes the important role of the software architecture and helps the architects focus on the right goals such as understandability, reliance to the future changes and reuse. It also suggests a process flow that is iterative and incremental, providing the evolutionary feel that is essential in modern software development. Now coming to the brief history, during the early 1970s, James Rumbag, Grady Bruch and Ivar Jacobson began working on a unified method that would combine the best features of each of their individual object-oriented analysis and design methods and adopted additional features proposed by other experts in object-oriented modeling. The result was UML, a unified modeling language that contains a robust notation for modeling and developing of object-oriented system. So they developed the unified process, which is a framework for object-oriented software engineering using UML. Now let us see the different phases in the UML. So this process divides the development process into 5 phases: inspection phase, elaboration phase, conception phase, transition phase, and production phase. So here the unified process is a unification of the various early object-oriented analysis and design models which are being proposed in the years 1980s and 1990s. So it is an attempt to combine the best features of these various models, which initially resulted in the unified modeling language UML. So here the UML has become the standard diagrammatic language for modeling the object-oriented software. So while the UML provides a modeling framework for developing the object-oriented software, it does not provide any process models. So this led to the development of the unified process, which is a process model for developing the object-oriented software and use the UML as the modeling language. So the unified process is an incremental software process that is architecture driven, which focuses on mitigating risk and drives development through using use cases. So since it is being architecture driven, early iterations focus on the building the portions of the software that will define the software overall architecture. So here focusing on risk, early iterations which also focus on developing the high risk portions of the software. So software development iterations move through 5 phases, that is inspection, elaboration, construction, transition and production. So these phases cannot be directly mapped on to the generic process framework activities, and rather each iteration contains some of the framework activities. Coming to the first one, that is inception phase. So here in the unified model, the inspection phase, which is concerned with the project feasibility. So what should the software do? In broad terms, rather than specifies and what are the high risk areas, should the development go ahead? So here, inspection is usually a short phase, often having no more than one iteration. So little development usually occurs during the inspection phase, but the software requirements are discovered using use cases, that is communication. And a small set of these requirements, those with a high risk and which focus on the software architecture and are fleshed out with communication and planning. So here, coming to the second phase, that is the elaboration phase. The elaboration phase encompasses the communication and modeling activities of the generic process model. So here, elaboration refines and expands the preliminary use cases that were developed as part of the inspection phase and expands the architectural representation to include 5 different views of the software. That is the use case model, the requirement model, the design model, the implementation model, and the development model. So here, elaboration creates an executable architectural baseline that represents a first cut executable system. So here, the programming begins during the iteration of the elaboration phase, and each iteration develops the requirements which flesh out in the previous iteration of the modeling and construction, and they choose more requirements to flesh out the communication and planning for the development in the next iteration. So the elaboration phase completes once all of the requirements have been fleshed out. However, this does not mean that the communication requirements have been fleshed out. However, this does not mean that the communication requirements and the planning activities stop and do not occur in the latter phases. There is always a constant communication with the consumers and the understanding that requirements may change. Now, coming to the third phase, that is the construction phase. So here, the construction phase of the unified process is which is identical to the construct and activities which are being defined in the generic software process model, what we have discussed in our previous video. So using the architectural model as input, the construction phase develops or acquires the software components that will make each use case operational for the end users. So to accomplish this, the requirements and the design models that were started during the elaboration phase are completed to reflect the final version of the software increment. So here, all necessary and required features and functions of the software increment are to be implemented in the source code. So much of the construction activities in the iterations of the construction phase, while the iterations of the elaboration phase each had at least one meeting in which some use cases are fleshed out and selected for the development in the next iteration. So here, all the use cases have already been fleshed out when the construction phase begins. Coming to the fourth phase, that is the transition phase. So in the transition phase of the unified process, which encompasses the latter stages of the generic construction activity and the first part of the generic development, that is the delivery and feedback activity. So here, the software is given to the end users for the beta testing and user feedback reports. Both defects and necessary changes are being set by the user. So at the conclusion of the transition phase, the software increment becomes the usable software release, because the transition phase contains the initial portions of the development activity and the software is given to the customer for the evaluation, which is called as an beta testing. So here, the customer's feedback will cause the software to modify as required, and thus the transition phase includes some communication and construction activities. So here, the production phase, which includes the final portion of the development activity, and here the software is now being used by the customers and is monitored and supported by the software engineers. So in the transition phase, which employs a technique called beta testing. So here beta testing occurs when the software is given to the user to allow them to use the software and uncover any defects and deficiencies. So there should be a formal communication framework for the customers to report their findings to the developers, and for the developers to assess these reports and to determine how they proceed. Whereas in the production phase of the unified process, which coincides with the development activity of the generic process. So during this phase, the ongoing use of the software is monitored and support for the operating environment is provided, and defect reports and requests for changes are submitted and they are evaluated. So it is likely that at some time of construction, transition and production phase are being conducted, work may have already begun on the next software increment. So this means that the 5 unified process phases do not occur in a sequence, but rather with a staggered concurrency. So that's it for now. Thank you all. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for the latest notifications. Thank you all.